Since everybody else is doing it, this episode is all about my favorite cars from the 2014 calendar year. First up, we have the Nissan Versa. It's the least expensive car in America at $11,990. I'm not sure if this is a backhanded compliment or not, but the Versa delivers a totally unobjectionable driving experience at a very compelling price. As long as you keep the options to a minimum, you'll get out the door thousands less than a Civic or a Corolla, and you'll have a car that's almost the same size. If you're willing to pony up $13,990 for the model with the CVT, then the fuel economy is also excellent, getting right around 40 miles per gallon, and the radio can easily be upgraded aftermarket. That is one of the weak points in the Versa. A lot of outlets give the Versa a hard time, so let's cover those details right now. Is the interior full of hard plastics? Sure. Could the headliner easily be confused for a trug liner? You bet. But what do you expect for a car that starts at $11,990? It's thousands of dollars less than the next closest sedan, and it's also much larger than the next closest sedan. In addition to that, you're getting a brand new car with a fairly long warranty. The Versa isn't for everyone, but the Versa exceeded my expectations and represents an incredible value. If you're looking under $30,000, then my next favorite entry is the Honda Accord. Thanks to a combination of excellent road manners, a surprisingly quick 6.8-second run to 60, and one of the best fuel economy scores in the mid-size sedan segment, the Accord EX is easily my favorite four-cylinder mid-size sedan. It's not as sexy as the Ford Fusion or the Mazda 6, but it is cheaper than both of those options. It's a little bit more exciting than the Toyota Camry, but it's an awful lot more practical than most of the entries in this segment. With statistically better reliability than almost every other entry in this segment, it'll also be a little bit less expensive to operate. There's always a but, and here it is for the Honda Accord. Nissan's Altima 3.5 starts at $25,760, weighs about the same as the four-cylinder Accord, and goes from 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. It averages a very shocking and totally worth it 27 miles per gallon during my week with that vehicle. However, of course, the Nissan Altima isn't as reliable, it's not quite as practical, and it doesn't handle quite as well as the Honda Accord. It depends on really what you're after. Honda scores 2 wins for me in the 2014 calendar year because my next favorite is the Honda Accord Hybrid. I think it's my overall favorite still for the 2014 calendar year. It's my definite favorite under $40,000. With all the numbers tallied, the Accord Hybrid is an easy winner. It's more expensive than the competition, but that delta actually shrinks when you account for feature content. The delta becomes immaterial when you take a look at the average fuel economy numbers I got in that vehicle of around 47.8 miles per gallon in my tests. All the other hybrid competition averaged around 30 miles per gallon or just below. That really means that you'll save an awful lot of money in that Accord Hybrid if gas prices return to around $5 a gallon. The Accord Hybrid also has some of the best road manners in the segment, the most composed ride, a very comfortable back seat, and a very quiet cabin. On my tally list, the Accord's driving dynamics, fuel economy, performance, and comfort more than outweigh my complaints about the cruise control and the dual-screen infotainment system. I'll take the Honda Accord Hybrid, period, with no exceptions and no hair splitting. With the Accord Hybrid on my list, it shouldn't surprise you too much that my next favorite vehicle under $50,000 is the Lincoln MKZ Hybrid. What separates the Lincoln from the rest of the pack is not the 3.7-liter V6 that's optional in that vehicle in my mind, it's the hybrid. Even though the MKZ is down on power compared to the Avalon Hybrid and the ES300H Hybrid, the Lincoln is thousands less expensive and by far the better handling vehicle. Thanks to wide tires, a standard adaptive suspension system, a serious dedication to suspension tuning, the MKZ Hybrid is only a semi-step behind the Mercedes-Benz CLA 250 out on the road despite being about 2 sizes larger. The combination of excellent value, sharp handling, smooth ride, and excellent fuel economy that's really class-leading makes me wonder how it's possible that the Lexus ES outsells the MKZ 2-to-1. If you're shopping for a Lexus ES, especially the Hybrid ES, you should take my advice, drive right past the Lexus dealer, and get the Lincoln MKZ. Then you can go on a European vacation with the $7,400 that you'd be saving. Can Kia convince luxury car shoppers that you can get almost all the same goodies on a $60,000 Kia as an $80,000 or $100,000 German or Japanese luxury sedan? Even if that hurdle can be jumped, will the brand conscious even think twice? I don't have the answer to that, but Kia does with the 2015 Kia K900. To those adventurous car shoppers who can manage to look beyond brand perception, they'll find a car maker with the best warranty in the industry, making reliable cars with a dollop of style and an awful lot of value. What kind of buyer are you really is the question you need to ask in this particular segment. The Kia K900 is to the full-size luxury set what the Genesis is to the 5 Series and the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. With the Kia K900, Kia has created the perfect Lexus LS and a definite value alternative to an E-Class, a 5 Series, or perhaps even a BMW 7 Series. My favorite performance car for the 2014 calendar year isn't a supercar from Italy, it's not some German luxury sedan with a twin-turbo V12 under the hood, and it's not a Corvette or a Dodge Viper. It's actually the Dodge Charger SRT, and I'm not talking about the Hellcat. The reason for that, of course, is because I think 485 horsepower is insane enough for me, thank you very much. Is the Hellcat awesome? You betcha, but I'd probably kill myself by spinning it into a tree at the first opportunity. I'm talking about the sedan version of the Dodge Challenger that we're taking a look at right here, with the 6.4-liter Hemi V8 engine. Besides, the 707 horsepower Hellcat makes the 485 horsepower SRT 392 sound like the rational alternative, and I really like that. People would say, my goodness, why do you need 485 horsepower? And you could say, it's not the most powerful version. I was rational with this. I didn't buy the 707 horsepower version. And trust me, with 4-second runs, 0 to 60, impeccable handling, and room for 3 child seats in the rear, the Charger is the perfect blend of practicality and performance. The more amazing thing about the Charger is that you get nearly 500 horsepower for under $50,000. The adaptive suspension ensures that your dental work stays in place on rough roads. It actually is a little bit smoother than the Challenger that we're taking a look at here because this doesn't have the adaptive suspension system, and the 8-speed automatic transmission somehow allows up to 25 miles per gallon on the highway if you treat it very, very gently. The 2015 refresh of the Challenger also brings a boatload of luxury segment features down to the reach of the masses like me. Those include the Harman Kardon 900-watt sound system, the same transmission used in the Rolls-Royce Wraith and Bentley Arnage, and an active exhaust system, depending on the version of that Charger you get. As 2014 draws to a close, I'd like to thank each and every one of you that watches my videos on a regular basis for watching all those videos, including this one. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe banner at the bottom of my screen. Subscribers are important to channels like this because that's how I communicate to manufacturers that my channel is worth giving me cars like the Dodge Charger or the Dodge Challenger, or whatever car you'd like to see me review. Be sure and let me know down there in the comment section down below, or drop me an email, tell me what cars you'd like to see me review, or if you have any questions, you can always email those to alex@alexandautos.com. If you haven't found me over at facebook.com yet, you can find me over there as Alex and Autos. Same thing goes at Twitter, Alex and Autos over there as well. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I wish you all a very happy 2015.